Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Formula 1 24 live there. And today we are making a headway over to the American way, the Miami Grand Prix. So hopefully we'll be in just the good ways. But don't get me wrong, the last episode was the pretty good way, not a good way. I don't know how you would stay here, so if you want to know what I'm talking about, go back and watch the last episode. You will see what happened in the shiny Grand Prix. So go back and watch that one before you move on to this. And we obviously got two updates that definitely should come in, and we got just enough resources point, I believe, that are 20 check out if I can afford any. Yes, we can afford a plant. That's one. We can get cockpit reduction, which I feel like could be better. I want to go for that one. I should go for that one. Any power type now. The ability. We can get turbo. But we are just like with the ability for now, and I'm happy to focus on cockpit reduction. And then, yeah, we do that. Then the next one, we will go into the ability that we want to make sure we don't get any mechanical issue. And with especially, we're going to do all of this. And I'll see you when we've done that. I've done everything I need to do. Now, we're going to go ahead and get ready to go into the Miami Grand Prix. So while we're doing that, I'm going to have a chat about what happened last night. Yes, two updates. So last night with a bit of fortune, but with the sprint, it went absolutely fantastic. Obviously, I achieved P3 in qualifying, and then moved up to P2 because I overtook Fernando Alonso in lap 3 rather long bend in the first corner. Very happy about that. To the cat Max Verstappen, obviously. And going into the Grand Prix itself, it was raining. We had to put on stop tyre, the other one medium as well. So I got a bit all confused. I changed the tyre to increment straight after in lap 1. So going into the final corner, I picked going into lap 2, and everyone stayed on my tyre. And then they picked about laps to 9 to 10. I managed to end up all the way back to P50, even if I had increment tyre. I moved up to like P7, knocked all the way down, and it was a big mistake, and I put hard tyre instead of medium tyre, and that I made a proper mistake. I should have put medium, hit my tyre with twitching up for medium, but I didn't do that for some reason. But the good thing about that way we can take from it is Alexander Albon had finally scored a point, scored 1 point in the Grand Prix, I scored 7 points in the sprint. So 8 points in total. Very good work for the Williams, so hopefully we can continue that effort going into Miami and try not to make the same mistake. We've done that back to back now. Japan and this one though, China. So hopefully we don't do that again. So we go ahead and do some Miami practice session, and I'll see you in qualifying. Now we're getting ready to back on to the spread to qualifying. So a 3 raining section, or to be in that 8-4, so practice 1 was raining. I was literally all day long. I was just like, but with the alarm was going 8 tyres, and everybody was going non-stop and hard, and I tried not to make the mistake I did the last day, which is obviously 40 points today race where you see it's always been raining as well. So if they're doing stop in the rain, I'll be moving on my but it's fun. I'll figure it out as we go along into this long playing weekend. So sprint 25 it's always been raining, but the sprint rate is going to be sunny, which Miami is known for finally. And then the qualifying is going to be raining again, and the late is going to be raining again. And I want to quickly show the ID, I forgot to show you that in the practice, before the practice. So we have gone up quite nicely. We actually catching up to the Aston Martin, to Ferrari, Mercedes, McLaren and Aston Martin are quite close to each other, not bought too far, and William has caught up quite nicely. Stalbar is gaining in little traction. The Alpine is going up, but it's not going up as they want it to be. The Haas and Vitab are quite close to each other as well. So now we're going to go ahead and pop into the qualifier, but I'm hoping to find the weather exactly what it looks like throughout the whole race, but I don't think we'll find that, but it'll be fine. I'm going to do my sprint qualifier instructions, and I'll see you in the qualifier. I'm nowhere to be found, but that's because I'm all the way down to P20. I was struggling for the grip. I couldn't seem to get a good exit at any point around the corner. So unfortunately, I am out in T1 for the third time since. No, my third time in T1, I think. So it's start. I'm not gonna let it stop me from doing the impossible. If you could call it in the spring, so we got stuff allowed to get around. So hopefully we can do something good. Try to see if I can get. Hopefully get 1.8 is the best I can do, but it all down to how the race is going itself, and we've got the qualifier which is raining as well, and I know I'm going to struggle in there, so we're gonna wait and see what happens. So hopefully we do good, and I'll see you in the qualifier. We're now getting ready to crack on to Miami Grand Prix LS5, and the way we go, we matched on P1, but Charles might have the better start, and I'm starting P20. I had a really bad qualifying, unfortunately, and Charles is now ahead of Max Verstappen, and Fernando Alonso is looking to make a move on Sergio Perez. Can he get it done again to another Red Bull? We know Fernando has been on top of the world so far this season. He's done a phenomenal job, and Fernando Alonso is now overtaken Sergio Perez, and Charles is now solidifying his lead for the P1. Going to lap 4, Max Verstappen is still chasing him down as he tries to the overtake on the outside, nearly hit to the wall. They cut into the inside, done a little switchback move and overtaken Charles Leclerc, but Charles is not giving up, but unfortunately had to back away. We go into the area where you do not want to make it too tall in one corner. It's quite risky to do it. You definitely going to hit into each other if you're not being smart with what you do. And I'm now moved up to P15 because I had a good start for myself, but I was struggling for the all weekend long, and Charles had now made a move on Max Verstappen as he tried to overtake him on the outside, but he needs that good exit and a DRS to be able to pull away from Max Verstappen, and Fernando Alonso is going to be joining the fight as he pulls a little bit away from Sergio Perez, so there's a little space behind him, but with Sergio Perez, who is a Red Bull, quite quick, and he's definitely not going to give up P that easy, but Matt is still doing a good job on defending for his spot in P1. We cut back to my POV. I've lost too much time to Pierre Gasly, who now pretty much pulled 2 seconds away from me, and I'm like, I have no more. My car was not feeling rapid this weekend. I was not feeling quick this weekend. I was gutted about it. And on that same line of Charles and Sergio Perez, they're going to be made to move on their rival. The Charles overtook Matt, but Sergio Perez overtook Fernando Alonso. So Perez did a good job on taking over Fernando Alonso. He starts to look be quick, and he could be fighting Matt, but Charles obviously is the favourite because he's obviously feeling stronger. This weekend he had a very good practice and he was topping up everything in there, but Matt has overtaken Charles with the other, going for the outside move, going into the final corner. He can hold on to it. Sergio Perez is going to breathe it down his neck on Charles, going into the last lap. We are looking at the replay of what happened in lap 5, how Nuti Tenone overtook me. So here, how he overtook me, but we had that mutation where I've hit into his car and I got a damaged front wing, which was unfortunate to that fault line. He should have moved a little bit away, but he didn't do that, so which made him, have a little contact with me, and I would take part of the blame on that one. And going to before the final corner, Charles is still there. Can he get it done before the finish line? Sergio repeatedly, Matt and Charles still going at it, and Charles has over the line, and he crossed it, and he win the Miami Sprint race. What's an absolute move from Charles Leclerc. He was a beast. He literally overtook him with 47 of a second. So 0.047 overtook Matt. That was incredible from Charles Leclerc. He must have had a good exit. So well done to Charles. But for me, I had the bad run of the qualifier in sprint, and the sprint race itself was really bad. And speaking of qualifier, we go into 2-1 first run. And I'm setting a good time, but I was not feeling comfortable, and I think it's mainly because the track where you basically each corner I had to try not to over a stairway, or otherwise I'll spin out to try to figure out where the sweet spot to try to figure out, and we obviously got a P11, which I'm happy about, but 10 out of 5, I don't know. But we obviously went back to run, couldn't do it, it was too many tires out, so I pulled out and done third run. And the good thing, I put extra fuel loan, 1 kilo extra, so 6 kilos, and I was thankful I made that decision. So we obviously got a good time in sector 2, but I lost so much time in sector 3 final corner, and that's when I knew that specific corner is my weakness. I couldn't quite accelerate properly and everything as I was going over the curb, and Alexander Albon had made it lead to 2-2 at the P15, I was P30 or 12, so we gotta do our section qualifier. We have a clear air ahead of us, but hopefully I can take this opportunity to try and get my car played in a good position for the Grand Prix. And like I said, all weekend it's been an absolute struggle, and if you look at the weather, it looks quite rough. It's looking to be raining in the qualifying section, and it is going to rain like in Tuesday or at the end of a Tuesday. But we're not there yet, we have to try and qualify for Tuesday, and obviously we only P10, so as I say, I could have improved the time, but going into that final corner, I had not improved at all, so we're on board with Lance Stroll, hoping that to overtake me since I'm at the reach of the power. And Stroll had overtook me unfortunately, and I'm out in 2-2, and Albon made it to 2-3, so well done to Alexander Albon.
Formula One has arrived in the Sunshine State for spectacular sunsets, gentle breezes, warm waters, and for what will be a fantastic race day here at the Miami International Autodrome. Well, it's certainly not sunny here in the Sunshine State. A lap of the Miami Grand Prix features 19 corners and 3.36 miles of track around the Hard Rock Stadium. But these conditions should prove especially difficult for all of our drivers today. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. An immense lap from Carlos Sainz yesterday puts him in pole position. And it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Hamilton, Russell, Norris, Stroll, Albon, Joe, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Oscar Piastri, Verstappen, Daniel, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Ocon, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'd give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Now getting ready to start on to Miami Grand Prix. As you see, it is rainy outside, so I tried to see if I can put into my tyre and see if I had any option. I was looking at the people other drivers for their tyre, they went my tyre as well, and I was like, why did I have an option to put into my tyre? I was trying to figure out what can I do with that, and it looks like I'm stuck with my tyre, which means I'm going to pit straight after lap 1, because there's absolutely no way I can continue in this condition on a stopped tyre. I'll be constantly spinning around, looking at people onto the track. So it's like, yes, we are going to be pitting straight after no matter what. As we all know, going to be lined up at the grid, and obviously it's shocked her to watch the map is down there with us. So I'm wondering what happened to him, really qualifying, but I don't recall him being out in 2-2. He might have a penalty for something, and a 5 red light. And away we go. We finally boxed out the P2 car on side, P1. Everyone had a good start and a bad start. At the iron went for the line overtake on the outside on one of McLaren. Because that McLaren was going really slow. It couldn't even move out of his zone where his formation is. He was stuck there for too long, so I had to overtake him. Obviously trying to be careful because it's too much out here, and I can't swerve about another thing. I died with swerving and we got land slow. He tried to overtake on the inside, but I still managed to overtake him a little bit, but the car was still sludgy. It was sliding all over the place, but somehow the other I still be able to have a good speed on the getaway and land slow really quick, and I was trying to understand how he done that. And we got Joe Bondu who was going to try to make a move on me, and I was just like, I couldn't put into words how everyone be able to do a good job on overtaking with their speed and everything that I couldn't do anything for myself. And we on board, we felt the that who now obviously had the good qualifying and giving me some judgment feeling about style of our team, like, do I move to them next year or not? So obviously I'm having that little bit of a feeling because maybe I might not be suitable for my stadium and they might not pick me, so maybe I can listen to style, but who knows? You're on board with Alexander Albon, who's P13. and obviously it's going to be challenging Max Verstappen. And as we know, I'm going to be pitting straight away as we go into the final corner. I'm going to the pit and put an Asian tyre because I can't continue because look, I'm just literally swerving, and I was like, there's no way I can continue this on a stop tyre. Albon done in my own head. I was like, please change it into my tyre, and it also done it because he had the bottom wing, so I'm hoping he will change the into my tyre, but looks like he's not. He's actually changing for medium tyre. There was a lot of talk behind it. You should change it into my tyre, but you'll be much more quicker. And there's the proof instead of the 2 months where I will wrap it. There's the proof into my tyre and it's faster. And for some reason the other were doing that, and they still managed to have a good time on me as I overtook Esteban Ocon and Daniel Ricciardo, and now I'm going to change it out for Kevin Magnussen as I'm going to move on the outside, so I have the good, racing line, good lip and other things, which I'm happy about. And obviously my engine asked me to avoid the target, avoid stay above 133.1 degrees in that engine, because I am like struggling to keep the heat under 133 degrees in my engine is actually overheating because it's quite old engine components now because I've forgotten to change it, so I had to deal with that problem as well. But if you overheat it too much, you get that less power, or you should end up having an engine, so I try to be careful with that. And we obviously managed to go up to P14 in the span of one half a lap, which I'm happy about. So now I'm going to try to overtake the Piastri and Nuti Tonona, and Otto obviously had the bad corner because you have no lip, but you still be able to have a good speed somehow, and Nuti had a good speed as well. I had to meet my ER if I want to overtake them, which does not make sense whatsoever because they can't have speed in wet condition. So in my own head when I'm driving, I was a bit confused, like, how are you better than me in this condition? Doesn't make sense. So I was thinking laps to the right to overtake Matt, and George tried to block me up. I overtook George, but George had no contact with me, and he tried to hold me back. I was like, you're not holding me back, mate, I'm going to overtake you. And I overtook him, and I think had a little contact with Max Verstappen, and we got up the P7. So obviously I overtook a couple cars and tried to overtake Stroll, but Stroll would not leave anything open, and he obviously ended up having contact with me. I'll take that blame on that one, and I had an illegal overtake, like to get that position back. But I wasn't bothered about it because I knew I was quicker than Stroll, as I overtook him just now. I was like, bye bye, now to the try and see if I can take Fernando Alonso. And the lane is still going quite strong, but I end up struggling to hold the grip onto the track somehow. But obviously my engine had told me the track is now starting to line up very soon. So that's when I knew we're going to have to start pitting in very, very soon. So Bottas has gone in, and I believe Snow has gone in, so Topper has gone in to change onto another wide tyre. Carlos Sainz has gone by, me and P2 Alonso P1. But Alonso don't think need to worry about pitting until later on in the lap. And to do on hard tyre, so it'll be fine for that one. And I'm going to have to start going into the pit in lap 10. Going into lap 10, I'm struggling for lip. So in my head, I was so confused by the fact that I can't quite hold my place in. So I was like, I guess it's basically over, because it's just like in China where I had no lip on where we can't swap the instrument in the beginning. I had to pick the instrument and replace back to the right time later on. I was still in a bad place anyway, so I was extremely confused, and I was hoping there is a glitch going on in there where everybody does join an instrument tyre, but despite them not doing an instrument tyre, they on right tyre and they're still quicker than me on the slate while I'm on an instrument tyre, and I should be quicker than them. So I'm a bit confused about that. and we got Otto Piastri, who tries me to move on the outside, but I would not develop that easily. Even though I was struggling on Miami, I still managed to have a good getaway on Otto, which I'm happy about, but we know it's not going to last long anyway. So going into lap 13, we got the DR that enabled. That's when the tyre really started ticking and the track became more lighter, and Otto is now trying to overtake me with the DR. I've got Kevin behind me, so he's going to do the same thing to me very soon, and he overtook me on the inside, but I braked very late, just trying to get ahead of Otto. If I can finish P15, I'm happy. I do not care. I've got Alexander Albon in the pit, so he also going to pick the stock tyre, but don't forget he picked medium ages ago, so he obviously going to put on stock tyre because his tyre started to get worn. So obviously Albon is pretty much going to overtake me, I guarantee it. And obviously we've got another glitch going on where it's that Albon in the pit twice, but he was not in there twice anyway, as I swerved about the area. That's when I knew, yep, I am struggling, and I think it's because there's a part of the track where it's too much for me to get on, so I try to come onto the wide path. It's too dangerous, but I can spin out on that. So now I'm just absolutely struggling because Steve Albon overtook me, Ocon overtook me in lap 17, they overtook me in lap 16, nothing about there, and I'm still struggling. I couldn't even quite keep a straight, and I'm now going to spin around, and I spun around almost me with Pierre Gasly, but then got Pierre Gasly kept himself addicted behind me, and I think he knew that I'm going to spin out, but he's seen that I'm struggling too much. Going to lap 18, but that is going to be trying to make a move on Carlos side, and he overtook him. Matt managed to get some good pace in and got himself up to P5 as he overtook Carlos side, and Matt is now going to overtake Valtteri Bottas. Got Sergio Perez in P1, Fernando P2, Lando P3, and Matt made an absolutely banner recovery coming from P14 all up to P4, and Sergio Perez is now going to come home with a win in Miami Grand Prix, and Fernando Alonso P2, Lando Norris P3. What an absolute race, and I can see bit stuck in penalty, but I'm going over track limit till I was struggling to keep it together, and I did have a broken wing as well, so I was struggling too much until the clock figured out what on earth had happened.
They've done it then. A truly magnificent win here at the Miami International Autodrome.
Well, it all came good in the end for them, but it wasn't an easy start. Not the most straightforward of days, but I think it shows great strength in an athlete as a driver when you can overcome a day like this and walk away still with a victory.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here.
Now, as you see, Perez in P1, you've got 3 different drivers who won the Grand Prix. 4 of them with Matt, there was Fernando Alonso, and now Sergio Perez. So the championship could be still up for the grab for Checo and Fernando Alonso, but Matt was P4, so obviously he doesn't have as much points as he wanted. But not the rate he wanted either. But for me, definitely wasn't the rate that I wanted, so I'm hoping the issue I've been having in the late condition was the glitch, but it obviously in my head there was no way those AI could dominate in my tyre in a wet condition. It was not possible. Again, on intimate tyre, which doesn't even make sense. So the Steve Perez is 55 points behind, Fernando is 60 points behind. So there's a chance for something, and unfortunately Sauber team is now taking 10 points ahead of me, and they got up to P6 with 21 points, and Williams are 7th with 11 points. So it is trading, so hopefully going into the next day, which is Imola, let's hope there's no rain going into that one, and see if I can recover with the issue I've been having and try to get my form back. So I'm going to end it here, so thanks for watching, I hope you've been enjoying it, and you guys, look after yourself, and please like, subscribe in the video, do well, and peace out.